First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
Good evening. Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal are all sitting top of the Premiership at the moment, and all are unbeaten at home this season. It's tonight the match of the day. All three are away. The Dell hasn't been a happy hunting ground for Manchester United. Southampton have had their number in the past. Will they have them changing their shirts at half-time?
Cole sliding it through for Scholes. He'll get there ahead of Moncao. Irwin. And the header comes in from Beckham.
The Blues travels to the Blues, with one of them very much suffering with the January blues. Everton staring relegation to the First Division. Chelsea trying to keep pace with the top.
Nick Barmby over it, scored at Selhurst Park last week. Plays it towards Ferguson, this is short. The ball breaks nicely, and this is Branch!
Coventry have come for a spell of playing Manchester United and Chelsea. Arsenal are next. Best out of three. Overmars. Oh, that was lovely. Petit! Oh! Some fantastic goals and moments to bring you on this weekend's Match of the Day. Trevor and Trevor are with us to review everything. We start with Coventry City and Arsenal. Highfield Road has seen some fantastic occasions, particularly a victory over Manchester United not that long ago. Coventry, of course, had that fantastic win over Liverpool, so Gordon Strachan's side at the moment is potentially the most informed side in the Premiership at the moment. Arsenal were their opponents, fresh off their FA Cup third round replay win away to Port Vale, and your commentator for this one is Trevor Davis. Well, in the continued absence of Tony Adams, Steve Bowles leaves Arsenal out today. As Coventry City the opponents, Highfield Road is all set for their big occasion as Coventry look to try and find their way out of a relegation dogfight. 16th in the Premiership, Arsenal though are finding themselves in title contention. Well, they will be with a win today, to be fair. Arsene Wenger has said that their form recently has been patchy. Coventry City have got the option of sometimes upsetting the big boys. A win over Manchester United, and famously, Darren Huckabee returns to the starting lineup for that side. Only other change for them is David Burrows comes in at left back. For Arsenal, there are more changes, with Remy Gard partnering in Emmanuel Petit in central midfield. Nicola Anelka partners Dennis Bergkamp in the centre of the attack. Kieran and Bowl remain the defensive anchors in Adams' absence. Arsenal are keeping possession. Here's Anelka again. Up against Telfer. Overmars. Oh, that was lovely. Petit! Oh! That was nearly spectacular from Arsenal. The turn here from Anelka was brilliant, but this touch from Overmars to get away from Gary McAllister, and then his unfavoured right was just agonisingly wide. Petit is able to outmuscle all of Coventry's top front three midfielders. Renegard. That's a delightful ball looking for Anelka. Hedman had to do well. Bravely went in head first. Renegard with an absolutely delightful pass. Here's Clement to Huckabee, now Dublin. Burrows. Good touch. Dublin. Great goal. That is terrific work Coventry City turning on against one of the big boys again. Burrows returned to the side as played through Dion Dublin, their top scorer this season, and one-on-one with David Seaman. He showed his clinical finishing, which must send a message to Glenn Hoddle for a place in the England squad. First time left foot, bang. Burrows' pass was precise. Dublin's first time finish was lethal. Winterburn will make sure the attack stays Arsenal's. Teeth. Been Arsenal's standout player at the moment. It's his deep cross towards Bergkamp. Oh, it went as far as Parler, who never caught it. The T floating this towards the far post. Eventually it wasn't a great header out by Williams, and I wonder if Clement blocked that. Ray Parler though just didn't quite make the connection, but perhaps didn't realise he had the time. It's Coventry withstanding, but Arsenal yet to really test Marcus Hegman at the moment. Parler towards Anelka. McAllister will call play. Huckabee to Dublin. Burrows loses it. Arsenal come forwards. Bergkamp. Anelka! It strikes the post! Telfer gets there first and just clears it. Well, nice play from Anelka, back to goal. Knows what he wants to do. He's got the strength. The shot is terrific. That's so unlucky. Harris throws into Paul Clement. Burrows. McAllister. Telfer. Oh, he's digged it through to McAllister! That was nearly delightful. The ingenuity was incredible here. What a ball this is. Bolt gets just enough on it to deny McAllister on going for goal. Boateng. Easily able to deal with the advances of Patrick Vieira. Huckabee out wide. Telfer. Huckabee. Winterburn snapping in his heels. Here's Boateng. Telfer. Huckabee. Telfer. Boateng! Brilliant! Well, I talked about a certain kinship to players that come from Germany to play in England. How it's similar football, and George Boateng shows exactly why, but also shows a real element of quality for Gordon Strachan's Coventry City, who have a 2-goal advantage over Arsenal through a fantastic strike through Boateng. And that midfield, Joe, has been dynamite today. Raimondi. It's a very good ball. If Bergkamp can keep it in play, he can. Crosses. Off the post and in from Vieira! That's a terrific substitution. And Arsenal have a way back into this match. The pass here by Raimondi was great. Bergkamp does so well to get this under control, but first instinct is to cross. He does that, and Vieira is unmarked inside the Coventry area. You just cannot do that. Great assist by Bergkamp. Header, powerful. I wonder if it was going wide. The final touches of the goalkeeper. Vieira will claim it. Still, for my money, good value for the win, if that is to be the final result. But we've got 25 more minutes to play. And Darren Huckabee is in full flight here for Coventry City. Boateng, Telfer, Dublin all charging forward. Can Huckabee find one of them? Oh, we'll find Dublin! But Dublin reaching back, wasn't quite able to hook it with enough direction to worry David Seaman. Certainly enough power. Vieira. Platz. Wenger hoping that the Englishman could bring Arsenal back into this game. Here's Overmars. Oh, he goes for goal, Overmars! Terrific save, Hedman. Looks to be slightly wrong-footed as this effort comes in. But this is what Overmars is good at. Striking from distance, and Hedman was caught off balance but still saves it. And has every right to enjoy that save. Good work. Here's Parler. Vieira. Parler. Floating it towards Anelka! Another effort, another chance. Arsenal are starting to lay siege to Marcus Edmonds' goal. They've so far been unable to breach him. Raimondi to take. A fabulous finish to this match. Raimondi. All the way to Winterburn. Bergkamp has drifted wide. Here he is now. Overmars is with him. Bergkamp's ball in. It's a header! And it's a fantastic save by Hedman! The header arrived from Overmars. It looked to be heading home. Hedman somehow has clawed it away. That's a terrific save so late in this match. And that's it! What a victory for Coventry City! Arsenal have been beaten. Their fourth defeat on the road this season. Dion Dublin takes the praise for the goal that got everything going. But praise must go to just how well Coventry have performed today. A performance of the highest quality. They had to dig deep. Marcus Edmonds had to make some very important saves. But in the end, Coventry have held on to win this one by 2-1. Chaps, we've got to talk about the performance there by Coventry City. They were quite brilliant, really, weren't they? I have to say, what Gordon Strachan's been able to do with this side in the last few games is nothing sort of a miracle. Wins against Manchester United, Liverpool, now Arsenal. They were terrific today. I think one of the things I really enjoyed about them was just how far forward their wings backs was pushing in this sort of 3-5-2 formation there. I think Burrows and Telfer really took the game to Arsenal, and I think Arsenal really struggled. Well, Arsenal beaten here. More problems showing, really. What do you think was the case? Well, I think they were potentially slightly tired after the midweek game. I think that's a factor we need to say, hence the squad rotation. But Vieira came on and changed the game. I kind of think if Vieira and Petit had started, it might have been the result that they required. But I think Arsenal really want Tony Adams back. Well, after that, it was Chelsea's turn to keep pace with Manchester United. Could they match them or head them? Just a 2-point lead to make up. Everton were their opponents, and Everton at the moment are staring relegation in the face, but at least they're off the bottom of the Premiership. Commentary for this one comes from Trev Motson.
Everton are off the bottom of the Premiership table, and there's a renewed sense of energy around Goodison Park. Last week's win at Crystal Palace saw Howard Kendall's team leapfrog Barnsley, and today they can put a spanner in the spokes of Chelsea's title challenge. Duncan Ferguson's double was key to Everton's win at Selhurst Park, and at the same time, Chelsea returned to winning ways against Coventry City. As ever, there is a wonderful atmosphere in this famous old stadium, with the home faithful daring to dream of another miraculous escape from relegation. Manager Howard Kendall attributed the Palace win to his team's attacking mindset. Everton are unchanged today, and we should expect the midfield quartet to give ample support to Ferguson and Branch up front. Chelsea's quest for a First League title in more than 40 years is gathering pace. There are 7 different nationalities in their starting lineup. Clark, Leboeuf and Sinclair build the foundations for the likes of Vialli and Zola to flourish. Played long towards Vialli. You can't do much with that, and Short picks up the ball for Everton. Now David Watson. Ferguson goes up with Sinclair, and Sinclair is adjudged to have fouled the Scotsman. Didn't seem to be much in it, but enough for Uriah Rennie to blow his whistle in the water set piece to the Toffees. Nick Barmby over it, scored at Selhurst Park last week. Plays it towards Ferguson. This is short. The ball breaks nicely, and this is Branch. Over Ed De Hoy's crossbar. There's been a slow start to this match. It's the first sight of goal for either side. It fell to Branch, but he couldn't get his effort on target. Ferguson looks to get on to the ball. Leboeuf has other ideas and gives away a corner. Gary Speed with the corner. Michael Branch! Again the youngster having a sight of goal. But again, he can't get his effort on target. And ball again towards Ferguson. He's so good in the air, is Duncan Ferguson. This is John Oster, the former Grimsby Town man. And Duncan Ferguson! But we had more time than he thought. Rushed his effort in the end, did Ferguson, who had lots of space in the penalty box. Poor defending by Chelsea. And Ferguson whistles his shot over the crossbar. Zola, seen so little of the Italian. And again, he is silenced by Everton's defence. Ferguson with the knockdown to short. One final chance for Everton before the break. John Oster. Duncan Ferguson is up against Sinclair, gets away from Sinclair. Ferguson rattles the post, and Chelsea survive. The half-time whistle blows. Somehow it's 0-0. Everton so close with the final kick of the half. Ferguson so strong to get away from his man. It's a brilliant effort. De Hoy was beaten, but the post saves Chelsea. It's 0-0 at the break. Poyet, the substitute, plays it long towards Vialli. Comfortably dealt with by Everton, and Short can build another attack. He's got Barmby next to him. Here is Nick Barmby. Ferguson, back to goal. He's fouled right on the edge of the area by Dennis Wise. That must have been millimetres away from being a penalty. The captain, Dennis Wise, so eager to win the ball. And it's a free kick, not a penalty. Nick Barmby likes the look of this one. Hits the wall, goes out for a corner. Gary Speed with the set piece for Everton. It's an in-swinger. Punched away by De Hoy. Falls to Terry Phelan. Now Hutchison. His shot's blocked by Wise. Di Matteo knocks it on to his fellow Italian, Vialli. Barmby wins the ball back for Everton. Mikael Madar. Barmby! The ball drifts wide of De Hoy's goal. And as much as Everton have knocked at the door, De Hoy is yet to make a save this afternoon. Barmby the latest to miss the target. And this is Danny Cadamartri replacing John Oster. It's an attacking substitution by Howard Kendall. Ferguson knocks it on. Now Speed. Fouled by Leboeuf. Speed just too quick for the Frenchman. And it's a free kick in a good position here. Slaven Bilic to take it. Headed away. And he'll go out for a corner. The noise levels rise. Everton expect. Barmby's corner. Cadamarteri! So close to the opener. Brilliant delivery. And it looked like a brilliant header, which bounces just wide of the post. Di Matteo. Vialli. Now Zola. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Vialli. Gianluca Vialli really should have scored. Oh, what a chance. Chelsea have created nothing all afternoon. That was the moment. Ferguson. Sinclair wins the ball back for Chelsea. Vialli gives it away, and now Speed. Lovely ball to Barmby, who again misses the target. Chelsea have been so sloppy today. And Everton have done everything but punish them. We've got about a quarter of an hour left on the clock. Everton really will be so frustrated that they're not leading this match. .50-50 in the ball. Falls at the feet of Cadamarteri, who can't do anything with it. Di Matteo. Now Zola. Vialli. Good defending. Comes back to Vialli. Strong tackle. And a tackle that Uriah Rennie did not like from Slaven Bilic. It's a free kick in a good position for Chelsea. Bilic hurtling through the back of Vialli. Is this Zola's moment? Zola! Oh, magic! The little Italian comes up with a really special moment. And Chelsea take the lead. It's the kind of moment that wins titles. They've been under pressure all afternoon. But when you've got a player of Zola's talent in your ranks, that's what can happen. Chelsea 1 up. Oh, Goodison Park is shell-shocked. They have dominated all afternoon. This is Ferguson! What a response from Everton! Duncan Ferguson! With his third goal in the space of a week. It's the least that Everton deserve for all their efforts. And he took it so well. It was another long ball to the front man, who again held off Sinclair. And this time, Everton hit the target, and there was no chance for De Hoy. Brilliant front play, took it on his chest, one touch to get it out of his feet. And he smashed that into the top corner. Everton are back level. It's 1-1 at Goodison Park. Bilic plays it long towards Ferguson. Is there one last sting in this tale? Ferguson, Barmby! Clutched by De Hoy. And that may well be the final opportunity of this match. Barnby with it. Well, Chelsea will be disappointed that they got themselves in a winning position, but truth be told, they deserve nothing from this match. Everton, the dominant force, they just couldn't test Ed De Hoy. But when the chips were down, Duncan Ferguson was the man to salvage a point. It's finished at Goodison Park. Everton 1, Chelsea 1.
Well, Everton go direct and directly affect the championship there. It was a draw, but Everton will be frustrated they didn't win this. I think it's been the story of their season, but I think Howard Kendall can be pleased with the progress made. One of the things that was really delightful to see with Everton today is defensively how much stronger they were. They kept creating chances, and I think they've got Duncan Ferguson scoring, which is great. He struggled for the first half of this season, so now he's finding the net. That's brilliant, but he needs supporting. He needs support from the midfield. He needs support from his striking partner, whether it's Branch or Madar. I think the lights that they're going to want to get Stewart back. There's a couple of other players to return from injury. That might just be the key for Everton, I think, if they can find that. But at the moment, it's okay for them. It's not great. It's a terrific result for them against Chelsea. Well, Chelsea again have gone away from home and struggled. They have been this season. What do you think makes the difference? Probably expectation, I would say. I think potentially Chelsea sort of know at Stamford Bridge they're a formidable force. You know, they've got a fantastic record at home in Europe this season. They've got the cup. They're potentially, have got a semi-final and a big semi-final to come in the League Cup. I think there's just a bit of belief at home. I think away from home, some of the players, I think, perhaps don't feel as comfortable away from Stamford Bridge, and that can happen in a side. You don't feel comfortable playing from home, you can't play your best, and that was one of the factors here. Well, let's review 4 other games in the Premiership with loads of goals, loads of moments, and we'll start at Ellen Road, the big Yorkshire derby. Ron Atkinson seems to be finding a way to getting the best out of Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, but his Yorkshire derby was all set off by an opening first goal by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. A well-placed shot was enough to break the deadlock. But Wednesday got themselves back in through this blinding pass by Paolo Di Canio, and the unlikely of goal scorers Andy Hinchcliffe heading the ball home to equalise. The winning goal arrived, and it was good work by Pembridge, a brilliant call finished by Andy Booth. Wednesday turned this around to come from behind, and it's a goal which moves them closer to mid-table than relegation. Not how they started the day anyway. It's worrying times for Brian Little's Aston Villa at the moment. Completely outplayed this afternoon by Blackburn Rovers. The opening goal was scored by, well, who else? Chris Sutton, who's in the form of his life at the moment. The second goal arrived by good tenacing play. It was Stuart Ripley who was able to get the better of Alan Wright. The cross was dangerous. The header was saved by McKinley, but Gary Flitcroft responded quicker than anyone else to towboat the ball home to make it 2. The third arrived in the second half, and it was Ripley again that was the creator, but this time winning a penalty. Steve Staunton caught him from behind, and the referee had an easy job. David Ellery, despite the protest, spot kick. Up stepped Chris Sutton again, and his second goal arrived. A cool, calm finish, brilliant penalty, a brilliant performance, it has to be said, by Blackburn Rovers. Newcastle United and Bolton Wanderers will be remembered for one thing, this almost brilliant goal. Cernicek his efforts, and John Solako very nearly got goal of the season. We would have stopped the contest if he'd struck that. But it was sad consolation that Solako ended up getting the assist for the opening goal. This brilliant cross and a fantastic run from Holsworth right round the back of Dabizas to poke the ball home. Newcastle United's equaliser arrived when their star player, £15 million Alan Shearer, was fouled. Referee waved play on, but eventually brought play up for the foul. So Shearer stepped up and scored for the first time this season. It's one of the latest times he's ever to score in a Premiership season, but it'll be relief to everybody in a black and white shirt, to every Geordie, and I reckon every England fan ahead of this summer. But there was time for a winning goal in the end. Barnes' corner was met by Tamori Ketspire, with Georgian finding space with a minute to go to head the ball in for a fantastic finale as Newcastle United came from behind to win this one. What a chance that was for poor John Solarco. Had it scored, that's it. We would have ended the goal of the season competition. We should start it, really. Let's go ahead and let's talk Manchester United. They're the top of the Premiership and they've played some excellent football. Despite that one defeat recently away to Coventry City, United have been pretty good at the moment. But they haven't travelled well to the Dell, beaten the last 2 seasons running. Could they turn things around? Commentary from this one comes from Trev Champion.
Southampton entertain Manchester United today at the Dell. An important fixture for them after a frustrating draw last week with Bolton Wanderers has left them 2 points above the drop zone. For Manchester United, it's about maintaining their lead at the top. 2 points there is the deficit between themselves and Arsenal. Not a happy hunting ground for Manchester United last season, and Southampton will go into this game with confidence today. With that in mind, Matt Le Tissier and David Hurst lead the line, with Moncur and Lundekvam looking to keep another clean sheet today, but goals need to go in at the other end. Andy Cole had a fine performance against Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford last week. He maintained his position up front, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer steps in ahead of Teddy Sheringham, who picked up a slight knock. His winning goal crucial to Manchester United's 3 points at Old Trafford last time around. Floated up to Giggs and Dodd wins it, but Scholes picks it up. Here's Cole. And Scholes looking for Solskjaer. It's a fine attempt at a pass from Scholes over the top. Solskjaer timed his run, and young Scholes will inevitably find that run. Excellent, brave goalkeeping by Jones. Gary Neville would like to join the attack. Beckham whips it in. A fine chance there for Nicky Butt. Arriving late, and United will wonder how they're not in front. It's a superb ball from Beckham. He wasted no time, and Butt just got underneath it. To Hurst. Couldn't direct the header to Davis. It's picked up by Irwin. And United just moving it from the back. Paul Scholes pulling the strings here. Here's Ryan Giggs. Irwin, ever the backup. Giggs again on the inside. Nicky Butt has a chance on the right foot to shoot. He's played it for Scholes on the turn. It's blocked, and that was a chance for United. Moncur in the way. I thought Butt was going to wind up here, but he saw Scholes in a better position, and the defence doing their job. For Giggs, who's seen a lot of the ball in this opening quarter of an hour. Irwin. Cole sliding it through for Scholes. He'll get there ahead of Moncur. Irwin. And the header comes in from Beckham. Not renowned for his heading abilities, young David Beckham, but he got on the end of that one. It's a good ball by Irwin to the penalty spot. And that's a fine save again from Jones, who started well for the Saints. Relentless pressure from Manchester United. Solskjaer drifting wide, looking for Cole, and Lundekvam got the header in. It's going to come back for Solskjaer though, and there's Butt, and once again a sight of goal for Nicky Butt, and he steers it past the post. Too high with his first effort earlier on. This one was directional. Nobody on the back post to follow it in. It took a single goal for Manchester United to defeat Tottenham at home at the weekend. Beckham straying offside there. And they'll be wanting to get back amongst the goals, but the chances have been missed today. Le Tissier. Ernie territory is dangerous territory for him. Beresford. Back for Benali, and now Richardson. Southampton working it well here. And Richardson has a chance to shoot. It's deflected up in the air for Benali, who got a head on that. And the defence was all over the place. And Benali has steered it wide. Undoubtedly the best chance for Southampton so far. It was a calamitous mess between Johnson and Berg, And how Benali has missed that, I do not know. Ostenstad on for Hurst. He's trying to inject a bit of pace up there. Richardson in for Davis. He's got space on the edge, and Nicky Butt got the tackle in, but the referee deems that a foul. Irwin protests, but Southampton have a free kick in Letizia territory. Butt protests his innocence. Davis with the touch, and well, make of that what you will. There may have been a flailing arm there by Butt, but he seemed to take a lot of the ball. It's going to be Letizia right on the edge, and he hits the Manchester United wall. Sigh of relief from the away support. Dodd, Benali back for Palmer. Some of the back line joining the attack here. It's a promising one for Southampton. Beresford and Letizia in shooting distance, and Davis and Benali, and Schmeichel behind it. Free kick from Letizia, striking Solskjaer in the wall, and the eventual shot from Benali was well hit, better hit than the one he missed earlier. In a very different half so far, but Manchester United just getting a rhythm together after a strong start by the Saints. That's a loose ball for Cole to pick up, and here's Solskjaer. Went for the early shot, was crowded out. Referee waves play on. Here's Beckham. Beckham with the outside of the boot. Solskjaer again! He gets an inch of room, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer continues his impressive start to his Manchester United career. Beckham found him. He needed one touch and the right foot shot in the near post. Jones could not keep it out, and the champions are in front. Over the course of the game, you have to say they deserve it. Solskjaer, who was impressive last season, justifies his start today. They've worked it over to Beresford. Beckham shadowing him, and it's going to come in for Palmer. Scholes was a little slow there. Letizia, Beresford again, chance for a cross perhaps, and it's going to go out for a corner. Crowd behind the Saints here who have a chance. 20 minutes to play. They've gone short. Beresford in towards Mancao, who wasn't close enough to the ball. Schmeichel certainly was, and United can bring it away here. Nicky Butt, space between himself and Ostenstad. Beckham quickly to Scholes. Going to come back for Beckham, who's been dangerous today. But with the ball over the far side, Ryan Giggs is free, and it's two, and that should be the game for Manchester United. It was a great spot by Nicky Butt. Guilty of thrashing at the ball a few too many times in the first half. He looked up, and Giggs had made a good run, and it's an emphatic finish from the Welshman. And you have to feel now that that may be a bridge too far for Southampton. It's a superb hit. Beresford, back post. Letizia was there, as was Ostenstad, but Giggs comes away with it. Cole. Oh, that's a super ball, and Solskjaer's onside here. And Solskjaer, Moncao comes across, but Solskjaer with the deadliest of finishes. He has rifled that in, and a third goal for United will see them take all 3 points. It's a classic counter-attack. Cole picking it up and Solskjaer asking for it. It wasn't as in front of him as he would have liked, but he took it on very well, and it's a thunderous hit. And it's a rocket of a shot into the top of Paul Jones's net. He could do nothing about it. Strong in possession, devastating in the finish. 2 for Solskjaer, 3 for Manchester United. So he's just trying to get some minutes on the pitch now for Oakley. They know the game's up, it's just about damage limitation now. United have found those goals they were looking for against Coventry and against Spurs. And here's Solskjaer again, and it's in for Cole, who can turn. How he'd like his name on the score sheet today. Was denied a few times last week. Solskjaer's had a fine game today in the absence of Teddy Sheringham. And that's it. Manchester United, with another 3 points on the board, pull away at the top. It's down to others to catch them. 2 goals for Solskjaer, 1 for Ryan Giggs. It's Southampton 0, Manchester United 3 at the Dell.
Well, Manchester United with a very comfortable win, and out goes Sheringham, in comes Solskjaer, who had a phenomenal game, didn't he? I think Ollie Solskjaer was absolutely brilliant today. I really mean that. I thought he played some delightful football. That chance where he's able to break away and push off the defender, has the pace to finish, is just fantastic. It really is. And, I'm going to evangelise slightly here, but Nicky Butt's pass and Ryan Giggs' first touch on his right and finish with his left is just brilliant. I think Man United are really coming to the boil at the moment, and I think it showed a little bit today that this United side knows what it's like to be at the top of the Premiership. Chelsea and Arsenal are still trying to remember that. And because they haven't done it before, there's a little bit of trepidation and they're tripping up. If the players in one of those sides can find their way to get through that and get a run of form together, I think we've got a title race ahead of us. Well, let's go ahead and review the remaining 4 Premiership games. Sadly, there's only 2 goals coming up. But still, is there any to the London derby between Spurs and West Ham? Well, you can find out now. Goals were the issue for West Ham United away from home, and when they go behind, they usually struggle. And that proved the case here. Spurs with a good bit of build-up play, but West Ham showing their lack of confidence away from home. And when you give Les Ferdinand that sort of space, what do you expect? His partnership with Jurgen Klinsmann's looking really promising. Spurs, winner of this London derby. Well, a 6-pointer at the bottom of the table. Barnsley knew nothing but a win would be good for them. The side with the worst defensive performance in the league. Well, on this occasion, they've got one of the best. A clean sheet and a 1-0 win at home. Darren Sheridan getting the goal. This fantastic strike was too much as Crystal Palace once again lose. No goals between Leicester and Liverpool, but truth, the credibility probably lies with Leicester City. The best chance Liverpool can make with this effort by Danny Murphy, able to pick his shots, but not really able to test Casey Keller to the full strength of his ability. For Leicester though, the best effort arrived through Robbie Savage, who was brilliantly played through by Tony Cottee, his effort striking the outside of the post in this one. Wimbledon and Derby failed to produce a goal, but there were moments of drama to talk about. This miss after Jason Hughes' inch-perfect cross, you will be wondering it just probably wasn't his day. And for Derby County, the best effort away when Solis's effort struck the outside of the post, and when the goalkeepers moved to applaud the post, you know it's not your day, I reckon. So after all of that, the top of the Premiership sits Manchester United, who have a 4-point lead now. Chelsea and Arsenal are second at the moment. Liverpool and Blackburn Rovers are also in the 40-point mark, so they're safe from relegation. But you may be thinking, are they dark horses to enter the title race? Everton returned to the bottom of the Premiership after Barnsley's win. Bolton Wanderers dropped back in after their defeat to Newcastle United. Southampton's defeat also pops them perilously above the bottom. But Coventry City and Sheffield Wednesday are big winners, moving up to somewhere near mid-table obscurity. Now it's time for the match of the day, man of the day, and it goes to a midfielder who had a phenomenal performance. If anyone could get the better of Vieira, Petit and Platt, they deserve to be here. It's George Boateng. Cheerio. Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Further than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.